Hello everyone, and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. I'm Rain. My mouse froze. So I don't remember where we left off. Let's see where we had left off at. Apparently it left us off in the dark. Now it looks like they were just getting ready for bed. No, I'm sorry, it's the next morning. We were digging farms. Probably need more food. We were also finishing this out. Actually, hang on. Thought I remembered having all this area cleared out, but I guess it didn't save for whatever reason. So I could have swore that I had that all dug out. So I guess we'll just continue to watch them dig that out again. I mean, there's no sense in it, but can't control what the game decides it wants to do. I'm just basically trying to optimize my airflow here, which I think I explained in the last one. As you can see, I got a decent amount of oxygen there and very low amounts up there that's hopefully slowly rising up. I also need to deal with some stress. It looks like Abe, Lindsay, and Mima. Forgot I had 5 people. So we don't have a lot of plants. Definitely gonna need to get more of those. Start planting that out. There we go. So these guys are just getting their massage on. You can see they're definitely happy. They're suffocating, but they're happy. And the oxygen levels are slowly rising. I believe the last game I'd also done that to optimize airflow. And it's nighttime. I'm also in a ×3 acceleration right now. Harvest that when they wake up. Alright, so they're going to harvest these, and I'm probably going to go on a rant here in a minute about what I'm about to do with that harvesting. Delete those, we don't need them. So as you can see, all this is starting to fill up with very good oxygen, and low levels of oxygen are starting to fill up in here. We still got an unbreathable amount of carbon dioxide built up there. My mouse froze again. Come on, mouse. I apologize for this. I'm not entirely certain what's going on with my computer here and the mouse, but I'm trying to fix it, and it's just been one thing after the other. Alright, so as you can see, these plants, they have a harvest cycle of 3 harvests per growth period. And these guys here, they're on their last ones. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have them dig up any of them that are on their last cycle. And the reasoning behind this is if I go through with their last cycle and harvest them, then the seed that they have that they're using is going to disappear. And then I'm going to have to look for more seeds to plant in the farms. Now, the issue that I have with this is I understand it makes the game more challenging, but in a realistic sense, that's not how plants work in any way that we understand them. Plants grow and produce fruit and food to help spread their seed. So to that extent, there should be a seed that the plant produces throughout its life cycle. And the fact that the developers took that away in an attempt to make it more challenging, while being understandable, is not really realistic. So I'm using this to exploit it. By digging them up and replanting them, I get 3 more harvests out of the seeds, and I can essentially just keep reusing the seeds over and over again. And yeah, I'm just going to keep exploiting that because it's not right that they took away regenerative plants. It doesn't make any sense. If they're going to, make the game more challenging food-wise, make it produce less food. Make it take longer to grow. Make the conditions of the growing area more specific. I mean, there are plants that are really specific on where they grow. Let's see what we got for duplicants. It's nothing that I see interesting. Nothing that I want. Not hurting terrible for people right now. Although I'm pretty sure I'm low in algae. Oh yeah, I'm quite low in algae. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get down here with all this water in here. So if I build a ladder and dig up, actually what I'm going to do is we're gonna put an airlock there, and that's going to allow us to keep all our oxygen in here and not have to worry about filling this space full of oxygen. And then we can go exploring out in this area without having to worry about filling it all up with oxygen. Prioritize the door first. We need the door more than anything. Oh, we got sand there. Alright, so most of this is done already. I'm sure you guys are probably thinking that I'm just going to mimic that one, but in reality, that's not at all what I'm going to do. Alright, it's the end of the day. I'm gonna fast forward. Oh yes, I believe I also started prioritizing some decor to help lower their stress levels. And this was going to be a huge project in and of itself. As you can see, the stress level everywhere is just really high. Not ideal for anything. But I'm managing it the best I can. I mean, all this... Who was going to be our artist? I believe it was just going to be Mima. I don't remember. It's been a couple days since I did the video. And again, I don't know why I didn't save. I apologize for it, but... games that are still in development. What can you do? So it looks like we got our next upgrade thing done. They're continuing to work on the next. Got another plant done and ready to be dug up. Looks like we got more seeds. So we'll plant some more seeds. they're just going to slowly start building the decor. Eventually I'll replace this decor. Right now it's being made, I believe, out of sandstone. Yep, out of sandstone, which it's not ideal for decor. If you want decor that's going to be good and lasts a while, you're going to want to build it out of granite. Granite has a decor modifier that helps increase its overall happiness value, or whatever you want to, stress release value. Dig. And there goes Mima sculpting. I'm sure her artwork is going to be just horrendous. She has no artistic ability, but we're hoping that over time she develops that. And they're just going to start building those over the course of, when they have the time. In the meantime, I'm going to have to monitor their stress levels. It looks like Joshua, Nisbet, and Abe are next in line for the massage tables. So, Nisbet, Joshua, and Abe. I generally try and keep it down relatively low. Over time, it gets too hard to manage, and there's no amount of decor that's going to allow them to remain happy. So we'll just increase her storage. I think I did that on the last one as well. As you can see, her abstract sculpture is just just looks like they just cut into a rock. Nothing special at all, but she is gaining skill increases. She just increased her creativity. Her drawings are pretty bad as well. But I mean, if you look at the let's see, where is it? There it is. The overall decor in this area is rising because of all these paintings and whatnot. I hate having to micromanage these farms, but the developers left me no choice in that. I'll set this priority up a little higher. I need to get to that algae. We're about out of algae. And of course they left their dirt sitting on the floor. Trying to keep as clean a workspace as I can. So I'm still not liking the fact that there's just all chlorine all over here. There's not really much we can do with chlorine at the moment. It's just a gas that they have. Alright, it looks like it's going to be the end of the day. I'll just skip through it. Alright, so we're back. Just going to continue to do their thing. As I said, these sculptures and all this, it's going to take a while for them to build it all. Kind of want to set some priority to these. Did it set? Yes, it did. Okay. So the idea here being now I have access to this algae, and then eventually access to this algae. Looks like a couple more plants and food and whatnot. Gonna build these storage containers. See, all but seeds and organic. So now they dug all that algae out, I'm going to have them prioritize a sweep on it. So we just get all that algae in there and they're not constantly having to run in and out and trying to get the algae. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to build a storage compactor right down here, and this is where we're going to store our algae. See, they're still just building these things along. The actual construction of them isn't what matters for the decor, it's what the artist sculpts out. And as you can see, she is a horrible, horrible painter. But we have this built. We're going to prioritize the algae. And then as soon as they're done constructing all these, they're gonna go and deal with the algae. Looks like Lindsay had some uninterrupted sleep. I'm not entirely sure why. But let's see here. So we still don't have a lot of algae. I've got a small amount of algae, but it's not impressive in the least. I think I'll do is I'll just build this ladder up and right into the algae. We actually don't need to build it up that high really. We just got to build it up to that. And then we just dig it all out. It can reach up to there. I'll have to build a ladder to reach up to there. And this right here is why I built this airlock. All this is slime. As soon as I expose it, it should start filling this area up with polluted oxygen. I don't want that. Actually, we will extend this ladder up. Just because we got algae up here as well. So they're just going around building everything. I'm going to set the priority to the ladder to a 6 up to here. That way they can at least go and get more algae. Building straight up and down is painstakingly long in this game. You know, just because they can only build this tile, like they can only dig out this tile right now. When they've done digging this tile out, now this one becomes available, so they can only do these two at a time. They can only do the one that's dug out and then the one behind it. And that just makes it slow. You can only have 2 people focused on it at a time, and everyone else is away. It takes so long for it to do. But as you can see, they're almost done with building all of them. It looks like her painting has gone up a little bit. She's got some mediocre paintings going. We'll do one more episode. Skip through the night here. Alright, so now that the night is over, I figured I would show what's going on here. Our oxygen, you know, we got a nice little bundle of carbon dioxide up here. We got, the oxygen still is flowing slowly. It's slowly building all over. We got reasonable levels in every nook and cranny now. It's obviously optimal in here, but that's its own separate thing. And I'm curious as to what our reports are showing as far as our oxygen. So we're building 28.2 kilograms of oxygen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this back on to help increase our flow of oxygen just a little bit. What my plan is here is get everything at least a sufficient concentration, and then I'll shut it off. Because I know I'm making more oxygen than I'm using. It's going to slowly rise. I just want it to be sufficient all over. It'll help, you know, relieve the stress of not suffocating. It will use up a lot of my algae, so I'm probably going to set all this here to a 6. Get them to start digging that out. Now these mediocre paintings, as opposed to these crude paintings, are going to give us more decor expectation. And we have mediocre sculptures. I haven't seen anything higher than a mediocre sculpture. I don't know if there's a masterpiece sculpture. I know there's masterpiece paintings. but the actual sculpture itself I have never seen. So while they're doing that, pieces are just dropping everywhere. Just gonna have them start cleaning it up as they go, so we have algae. Get one more check here. As you can see, our oxygen's starting to turn blue all over. We got plenty of good oxygen in here. All that carbon dioxide has slowly started to fall down, and it's gonna just slowly be eaten up by these, and eventually we're just gonna be left with a little bit of carbon dioxide right here. The higher oxygen pressure there is up here, the quicker it's going to push this carbon dioxide down. Oxygen is lighter than carbon dioxide. That's why it raises and falls. It looks like we got a new duplicant. Let's see if we got anything good. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything that I want here. Sorry about this. I would like to get more people, but I am a bit picky when it comes to what I want out of my people, and it's probably what's going to help me survive. Dig up that. So just monitoring where things are going. Eventually, when this water drains down, I'll expand this pit out a little bit and get it to be a little bit more open. Right now, it's not really relevant. But yeah, they're just going to go around picking up all the algae. Should probably have them pick that up too. That's food. They need food. Another thing I'm going to do, I'm going to deconstruct these crude paintings. The reason being, they do produce a little bit of decor, but these produce more, and if I can put those on there, that's better. So we'll just replace them. It's no big deal. Oh, there goes my mouse again, but it looks like that's the end of the episode, so thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.